Hi, in this video I'm going to be demonstrating how I get this Miele Cosmostar dishwasher working. It is 29 years old. It is going into its 30th year. The problem with this dishwasher is it does not get hot, it trips the mains, and also the top spinner is faulty. There are some other issues like the button doesn't press nicely on the inside, this lever doesn't work properly. This is also getting stuck. I'm going to give this dishwasher a repair, and I'm also going to give it a bit of a clean. And as you may see, it is pretty soiled, hasn't been serviced in a very long time, needs a good clean. Right, now this is my old one, and as you can see, it is damaged. The spinner does not spin properly. So what I do is I rotate this part. You might find it's very difficult to get it out. In my case, this is also damaged, so I just rotate this one. This may also be quite caked in, so just be careful when you rotate it. Right, so these are the broken parts for the top spinner. Unfortunately, I had to get that from Miele. The parts are expensive, but once put in, the top spinner is now working very well. The costing is shown at the end of the video. Right, here is the element, and just doing a visual inspection, I can see it's very worn, burned on the sides here, and there at the back it's even swollen. Right, before I replaced the element, I quickly did some insulation tests and resistance tests. So I unplugged the element, used my leads and my meter to do a resistance measurement. The element internally was still okay. There you can see it was about 18 ohms, but the problem was the insulation was broken down, and that is why it was tripping my earth leakage circuit breaker, or your RCD. So I had to replace the element. Right, so here is the old element, and I went and got one remade. If you are finding it difficult to locate an element, you can get an element made at an element factory. For example, this element was matched. This is not the Miele original element. So this is an element that has been made to the same dimensions and electrical characteristics as the one that was originally here. If you have a blower, this is a good time to just do a quick clean out. This dishwasher shows quite a lot of residue of rats or mice that have been burrowing here. So it's a good idea to inspect all the wires and pipes at this point, just to make sure that the rodents didn't eat through any of the pipes and wires. Yep, this dishwasher is pretty much disgusting. The minute you peel back the rubbers, you can see that it was very dirty on all the seams, and that was disgusting. And so here I'm just using the what's like ammonia and then just some brushes to clean it. It took me 2 hours to clean the dishwasher. I used different types of ammonia, and what I also do is I put the ammonia on the surfaces and leave it for about half an hour, and then it gets rid of most of the stains. I even used a scraper at one point, but for the sediment on the outside of the dishwasher. Alright, so I've resurrected this dishwasher and I've loaded it up. It is now repaired. It has a new top spinner. It has a new element, and here is a load. Right, there's the dishes. They're not very badly soiled. Right, middle tray and top tray. Right, so I'll time it, and I will also do a little volume test. You can listen to the sound of when it's in the main wash. That's the most noisy part of the cycle. And just to give you an idea of how noisy it is. Right, so it's not very noisy. There you can see the microphone is on the top of the dishwasher. I did take my SPL meter. Sorry, I didn't put it in the video. Now, there's no bearing noise. There's no creaking. It's pretty much the way it was over the years. Right, so it was 1 hour, 18 minutes and 40 seconds. Right, so it's just finished. I'm going to open it up now. Alright, so for the most part, these are all clean. There's a little bit of water there, but that's because it was lying on its back. Right, so there is water here and over here because there's a groove there. Just having a look, very hot, but there's no stains on any of the cups. It's totally clean. And other than this one here, all the rest are completely clean. All right, taking a measurement here, 55, 57, 58, 57, 56, 52, 54, between 50 and 59 degrees. Right, you can have a look at the glasses are shiny, everything is dry. So for the most part, this dishwasher is still doing a very good wash and also quick. Right, after cleaning, the button miraculously worked perfectly. You can see that it depresses in and depresses out. It's no longer getting stuck. Now, as you can see, on, off, on, off. So I think something was stuck inside there, some dirt that was making it a bit sticky. This has never been a problem. It's always worked perfectly. Right, this over here, it wouldn't close properly. As you can see, it now closes perfectly. Close, open, close, open. The problem is the detergent was caked in here and it was building up a little platform around here. So after doing a thorough cleaning, I was able to sort this out. And what's interesting is this rubber is actually still resilient. For the rinser, when I press this button, it never used to open. It is opening and closing perfectly. As you can see, the seal is in very good working order and this is working fine. Now the rubbers all along the dishwasher are still fine even after all this time. Right, the tray, the rollers are for the most part okay, but what is happening is, as you can see, some rust is forming. You might see over here, there's quite a bit of rust that is forming. If I flip this upside down, you can see here on the joins where the welds were, this is now becoming corroded and it is actually rusting. Now the filter system works perfectly. If I open this, it is a little bit sticky. It's like the plastic is a little bit tight there. If you have a look at it, it is still in working order. Yes, there's a little bit of food in there. And if I open this, also comes out fine, just needs to be cleaned now. But in terms of the material is still fine. It is still in working order. Right, I've removed this over here where the impeller is, still in working order. So this I don't anticipate to have any problems. Still, this bottom spinner is working fine. I've opened the unit while it is on. This lifts up and it is turning perfectly. Now these rollers have aged quite a bit. The little wheel there is not as good as it used to be. So if I'm trying to pull this out and in, it's a bit sticky over here. It's not that it's sticky like it's dirty, it's probably worn away and it needs to be replaced. The middle spinner is still in working order. It is a bit caked up, just needs to be cleaned with maybe a toothpick or something like that. Right, these rollers over here are quite worn and they don't move out and in as well as they used to. So this has become a little bit firm. And this over here, as you can see, it's wobbling, so it's worn out on those rollers and it is quite stiff. It's not as nice as it used to be, but it still works fine. If you pull it from the middle, then there's no problem. If you pull it at an angle, then it gets a bit stuck, so you want to pull it from the middle. Right, just having a look at the cost to get this dishwasher back up and running. The spinner nuts, that has to come from Miele. So that was 850 Rand, about $57. The Element, if I got the Miele version, it was about 2,800 Rand. That is too expensive. So I got one made and it was also 850 Rand, but I had to travel to get it. So that's petrol. I've just added it in. And then just so the cleaning detergents, the ammonia, the pink stuff, etc. Labor, okay, I did the work. My total total cost to get this dishwasher up and running again was 1,865 Rand, so about $125. Now, this dishwasher went faulty in December of 2021, and then I tried to make an order for a new Miele dishwasher. Here it is. I wanted the G5000 SC, but unfortunately, even now it is still unavailable, and that is why I did this repair, because I couldn't actually get a new dishwasher, the Miele one, even if I wanted to. Yes, there are alternatives, and I was also looking at the Bosch and also the LG, and then also just entry-level versions. But having had this dishwasher for 29 years and now done the repair, and it's been more than a month, it's been probably closer to 2 months. I've done way more than 45 washes. It is now working pretty close to how it was when it was new. It dries the dishes very well. So all I'm going to do is let it run until it self-destructs, and then I'll look at a new dishwasher. One of my pet peeves is a dishwasher that takes a lot of time to complete the cycle. And one of the things I really like about this old dishwasher is even on the regular setting, it is finished within an hour and 20 minutes. You can put it in an economy mode, and I think that will shave off another 10 minutes, but the dishes are still dry and it cleans pretty well. So overall, it was worth putting the time and getting this dishwasher up and running. Hopefully it'll last at least another year. Alright, so overall, I'm very impressed with this unit. I'm very impressed that it has lasted this long and it is still working. I will have to sort out the rust problem on the trays, and I hope this video was helpful, and thanks for watching, and cheers.